everybody. We are here today with Alex Mendozian, and I am so thrilled to have him.
Thank you. If you're a parent, I'm a parent. If you're a parent, go to parent-teacher day, night, and don't ask the same question that every single parent asks about their student, about their kids, right?
Which is?
Which is, what does little Johnny or Jane have to improve at?
Okay.
Okay, what are they really struggling with? And for the next 20 minutes, that teacher will only talk about the kid's weakness. And that kid, for the next year, 10 years, for the rest of their lives, will only be focused on strengthening their weakness. And there lies the tragedy. Go instead, for 20 minutes, this is what I do. What is Gabriel really good at? What is Brianna really good at? And the teacher will almost change his or her posture and say, gosh, you know, I'm glad you asked that because Gabriel is really good at this. And Brianna is really good at that. And you know what? You think that's the good part? The teacher now is focused on strengths. So what the teacher will focus on is what the strength of the child is for the rest of the year, or the rest of the semester, or the rest of the child's life at that school, and that child will only be motivated and influenced and persuaded to strengthen the strength. And they don't have to go through therapy later on, they don't have to create new models later on, they don't have to go through all the trouble and struggle probably we've gone through trying to strengthen our weaknesses.
Well, you know, let's take that one step further, Alex, actually. I mean, as a parent myself, I absolutely love that idea, but I want to take it even further. I want to wake up every morning and be able to tell my child, this is what you are so great at. This is what you did so great. Or at night, you know, when we go to bed, maybe have it become a ritual, you know. What did you do today that was so great? Tell me about it. Talk about it. You know, and actually have them become more aware of their own strengths and weaknesses. It could be a daily conversation to motivate your children. And then as adults, when we get to that point where we have to write a 50 list of what we are great at, it won't be the struggle.
There's no question. You're spot on. Could I share what we do at night and in the morning?
Absolutely.
Before my kids go to bed, I whisper in their ear what I appreciate most about them for the day. And then in the morning when we have breakfast, and that's the one time when we know for sure we can always eat, because I do a lot of teleseminars, so dinner isn't always every single day I'm at the dinner table, which is so important. You know, have dinner together. The family that eats together stays together.
Yes.
So with everyone, we have this purple heart that my wife got from University of Santa Monica. She has a degree in spiritual psychology, a master's, and it's just beanbag, but it's a heart. And so each of us go round and round, and this was taught by a friend of mine. And I'll say, Brianna, what I appreciate most about you is, right? Amy, what I appreciate most about you is, Gabriel, what I appreciate most about you is, and then we give the heart to someone else. So Gabriel right now is 8 at the time of this recording, and Brianna is 6. So here's a boy appreciating his sister. It usually doesn't go like you want it to go, but this kid is amazing. Gabriel will say, Brianna, what I appreciate most about you is,
you give me a piece of bubble gum.
No, that you appreciate me. And so just going through that process, they start thinking. Now, we've had other kids attempt to do this, and they can't do it.
Okay, so that's really great for the new generations then that are, you know, that are coming up. The adults right now that are watching this, maybe every night they can challenge themselves as well to focus on, you know, maybe top 5 things that they did great that day, and start building their own self-worth, their own self-value, and then take it one step further and say, now to give one action that you can do tomorrow when you wake up to apply it.
There's no question. That's an excellent strategy. And I would hope everyone would do that.
Now, if we had them do that, viewers, please give that a shot. We'd love to hear some feedback on it as well. If they have them do that, what would the results be for the entrepreneurs going into home businesses?
Well, what I would do is I would look at, I would journal at night, and most people don't journal because they think it's difficult and they can't write. So what I like to do is just write the top 5 accomplishments that I had that evening. And I date it. And so if it were, let's say, March 23rd, 2008, then I look at March 23rd, 2009, right? And I go back, you know, to that 1 year, and I say, look at, you know, what did I appreciate about myself? What did I accomplish? And it's always at a higher level, right? And so what I do is I take the top 5 things I accomplished, right? Now, sometimes if I make a mistake, I know how not to do something. That's an accomplishment, right?
You learned from it. That's an accomplishment.
My friend Harv Eker says, habits are what you do and don't do. So if you think you failed at something, it's a learning experience. You write it down because you want to see that. Now, I don't throw those away. I hold on to them. And so on the other side of the page, so you did the 5 accomplishments. On the other side, I circle one of the ones on the front side. On the other side, I write down my action item of what I'm going to do the next day to further the cause of my accomplishment. In other words, evolving the accomplishment from the previous day. Now, if you do this 1 or 2 days, if you do it for 20 days, if you do it for a month, whoa. If you do it for a year, you've set a cause into motion. And you look back and it's a legacy.
Yes.
If your life is worth living, it's worth recording 5 accomplishments, as you suggested. And on the flip side, I always have what I want to do the next day. Now, what's interesting is, you know, when I'm writing on the right-hand side of the paper, I have the 5 and I have it dated. When I flip that notebook over, that journal, which is perfect bound, I have what I want, the action I want to take. So I'm looking at that the whole day, or in the morning at least, so that my 5 will be related to that. Isn't that simple?
It's very simple, and if they look at a big picture like, I don't have time to do 5 things, BS. Take the things and apply it the littlest way. It takes one word to make something great.
I got
sometimes.
2 accomplishments right now. I went to the bathroom and I had a drink of water.
You accomplished something.
I did.
It could be that simple.
I had 3 meals a day, okay? Or I avoided chocolate.
Right.
Okay, whatever it is, just write it down. You don't.
It doesn't have to be life-changing for it to be an accomplishment.
In fact, it's not an accomplishment if it's life-changing. It has to be a micro decision you make. The greatest entrepreneurs are the ones who make the most decisions. They're little micro decisions that are invisible every single day, but if they fail at that little decision, 1 decision out of 100, 1%. If you have to make 1 big decision, that's 100%.
Fair enough, Alex. I really like where we are going with this. Now, I tend to wrap up every interview that I have with people with one question. You can answer this any way you want to, but what I would ask of you is that you answer just whatever comes to the top of your head. Please don't censor it.
How about top of my heart?
Top of your heart,
Okay.
I like that better, actually. Thank you. What's your truth, Alex?
My truth is to get what I want with my family and my business, and to want what I have with my family and my business.
Fair enough. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, I would highly encourage you to start this assignment that Alex has challenged you with. Give us some feedback on it. And then, Alex, I'd like to have you back on the show at a later date, and let's get some feedback from everyone and teach them how to apply it even more from there.
This was a monologue. That will be a dialogue with them.
I love that.
Actually, a trialogue.
Trialogue. There you go. Thanks so much for being here today.
Pleasure.
All right.